So we're up for another sort of side project. So we're gonna grow mushrooms because accidentally I found out that over the fish tanks there's a bit of extra space. So let's put them there. Yeah, and to make this a little bit more scientific, we're going to use 3 different types of wood and 2 different types of mushrooms. So here's the empty space I was talking about. So it's beneath the grow bed and above the juvenile fish tank. It's like 4 decimeters. Perhaps before we go any further with the mushroom project, it's good to pasteurize the wood, to perhaps put some boiling water over it just to prevent later infections. We received this box today and we're gonna dig into it and see what it contains. So here we go. So, ready? Let's go. So first there are some instructions. Then we have 2 packets of mycelium plugs infested with oyster mushrooms and shiitake. I'm not sure which one is which, but yeah. And here's the full scientific name and all that. So the other one should be shiitake then. Yep. Then there's some wax to cover up the holes that we drill. The drill depth is supposed to be 1.5 times the length of the plugs. So let's do that. So we marked the drilling depth using black electrical tape, so it might be hard to see, but we're gonna drill between 3.5 and 4 centimeters. Yeah, that was kind of tough, but yeah, hey, we have our holes and ready to be fungified. It is kind of sweaty, yeah, but it's done. So here's this is aspen actually, and this one might be small enough to sort of get through and put it on top of these fish tanks. I think that will be great, and maybe we need some zip ties again. So let's make birch with shiitake and the oyster on the aspen, and then on the oak we will do 1 with each, so 1 shiitake. Now it's just a matter of plugging all these holes and then seal the hole with some wax. So yeah, the hard work continues with We're still on the oyster plugs. So there's some, I'm not sure what they put the plugs in, but it's mycelium, and then there's sort of, I think it's wheat. So in some of the holes I take some of the wheat to use as substrate also. So we're done with that one, so that's off to the wax station. I'm not sure how this moss would affect the results, but yeah, anyhow it looks sort of homey, so let's keep that and see what happens. For these 4 logs we used about half of these bags, so we have some leftovers. So we're back at the lab and we're gonna melt this wax. It's for the sealing off from bacteria and infections. We're back in the garage and back also with the sealing off the plugs with some wax. All these little holes need to be filled with wax. So oak 1 is in place and sealed up, and it's sitting here on the fry tank. So perhaps the little fish in here may even use this as protective cover, I don't know. There's some fish in here. So the fry tank is ready, and over here we managed to squeeze in 2 logs here. So it's on the first fish tank, and yeah, we tried as to fit all of them, but we couldn't do that because there's too little holes to get in here. So, but that should work, and also we get sort of a comparison between the 2 different settings. This setting should be more moist than the other one. So the last thing we'll do now before we start waiting for the mushrooms is to water the logs a bit. And then finally we put on these plastic covers, just to, perhaps it helps with the moisture, or we'll wrap it up in some sort of plastic. This thing with growing especially oyster mushrooms on coffee residue. It's not an original Swedish dirt guy idea, but it's been tested before and it seems to work. There's a master's thesis from the Swedish Agricultural University written by anyway. What coffee is doing, it's sort of non-optimal for the oysters, so the produce will be a little bit less, but on the other hand it's a free resource. That's about it for today. So we managed to install the mushroom plugs, wax everything and water it. So now let's just wait. So I'll keep you posted. It's gonna take a while, probably months, who knows. So we'll see.